How's it going, everybody? This is Domingo with you today. Hope you're doing fantastic. And today is going to be a tutorial for KineMaster for iOS users. Now, if you want to see the Android version, it's in the end of this video or the link on the top right of your page. Now, for all iOS users, this is a tutorial on how to use the KineMaster editing software. So it gives you a little bit of an introduction. As you can see here, it says here to get started, just make a new project and add media. Don't forget to share when you're finished. Tap the question mark to learn more. And then it shows the asset store, which is the one on the left where it shows additional effects, text, and overlays. And then you can use multiple layers and you can add effects, text, images, overlays, handwriting, and video with optional effects such as chroma key. Okay, so this can do the same thing in Android. So here we go. So to add new media, we are going to press the add media icon, and then from the get-go it shows you the aspect ratio of the project. For this we're going to select 16:9, but it also gives you 9:16 or 1:1. So for kicks and giggles we're going to start 16:9. So this is your setup that you have here. This is the main interface that you'll be playing with mostly. And what it shows is that it shows you the option to record your media and insert it into your timeline. For this, we're just going to go into press the media folder, and then we're going to go and select all in albums. And then we're going to pick a video of me just doing this. So if you have your media picked out, it shows you on the bottom here the length of the media, and then you press the check mark. So when you press the check mark, it shows all your media here. So it allows you to get started with everything. Now, if you want to use KineMaster for free, it shows a watermark. You can only remove the watermark if you subscribe to their service. Now, this is the only thing. But if you don't mind saying made with KineMaster in your videos, then it shouldn't be a big issue. Now, for the most part here, we have our media set up here. So we're going to select our media, and then we're going to go through the functions here. So we have here trim and split, pan and zoom, mixer, filter, speed, reverse, rotate and mirroring, clip graphics, vignette, equalizer, reverb, voice changer, volume envelope, adjustment, and extract audio, and then also your information buttons. So it has quite a few functions from the get-go. I have here a square look on this video here because I want to fill it up so that everything fills up in the screen. Now to do that, we're just going to line up our media, and then we're going to press pan and zoom. Now the start position here allows you to crop and zoom right in. And then we're just going to do the same for the end position. And then we're going to check mark there. So as you can see, I moved everything closer here with the crop tool. And if you don't like it, you can also just change it and make sure that everything suits your fancy. And then we'll do the same for this, make sure that's good. Alright, so we got everything cropped and centered and filled to the 16:9 ratio. That's one way of cropping things together so that everything just goes full screen if you want to set it on your YouTube. Now the layer function, we press layer and then we add our layers. We're going to press on effect to start, and then it gives you basic effects. So we're going to add a mosaic effect to our project, and you can customize it how you want. You can move it however you want here, and then you can also set animations. So for in animation we'll do a fade, and then you can also check on the status of your animation here, and you can go through the timeline, and then you can play your project back and see how it looks. Alright, so the effect has been applied, and there's our mosaic layer. We can also add other layers like mixer, or look at that, let's add a filter layer to start. Now the crowns that you see on the sides here are premium filters. So they want you to pay for these, but they give you the option to preview them. So let's just go with that for now. But as you can see, it's a premium feature. So we're not going to do that. If you want to add the effects, you go to we're going to go to layer again, effects, and then you go to basic effects, and there you go. So what we're going to do is we're going to select our layer again and then apply our filters. We're going to select basic filters, and there's our filter. And then we're going to add another layer, which is a text layer. Let's just do that for now. And then you can also dictate text in there. So there's our text layer, and then you can resize it. You can change the font to the system fonts here. And then you can also add an animation to it. So there we have our text and our filters and our effects applied in the layers. And then you can also do what's called a speed layer. So you can make it 4 times faster, 1 time faster, or 8 times faster. So as you can see, this clip has been shortened now so that it's 8 times faster, and we'll just apply that and then we'll play it. As you can see, it sounds like chipmunks back and forth. And then you can also undo the effects here by going back and then setting it. And then you can also undo it by pressing the undo button here or the redo button there. And then audio, you can add your own audio to it. So it'll ask you to access your library, and then it'll go into the folders with sound in them. So there's music assets. You can get music in the effects store, get sound effects, and then whatever you recorded. And then you can also look through your internal storage and go through that. And then these are the songs that I have saved on my iTunes, and you can use those in your project. But since those are copyrighted songs, we're not going to do that. So if you download files onto your phone, you can use those in your project. So we're just going to check mark that. And then record is where you basically record your voice, so like a narration track. And then that's usually the gist of this control panel. And then, like I said, in the red there, that's the record or take a picture. Now we're going to investigate the left side here, and we're going to go back, and this is what your outline looks like. You can have up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 projects at a time. To simply go back to this, you just click on it, make a name for it so that it allows you to organize yourself. Teat or test. So the option that you have here is the duplicate project button that's down there, and then your share button. You can export it and share it, but with this you can export it up to 4K. In this you can export it up to 4K, and then you can change the frame rate up to 60 frames. Now it uses a lot of megabytes, so you can adjust it by going the slider here, and then it changes the size. So if you want really high quality, that's about 737 megabytes. But if you want really low quality, that's about 191. That's the best that 4K can offer you there, so you can just go right around there, and then you can go to export. But this is when you've completely finished all of your projects. So once you're done that, then you're good. So then we're going to go back and edit our project, and we've already done what we needed to do here. Now the effects store, you need to be connected to the internet for it, which we're not going to do at this moment. And as you can see here, this allows you to adjust your view of your project and your timeline. So if you want to see your timeline properly on your layers, you can adjust that. So it adjusts like that. And then you go into your settings. This shows your project settings, audio fade in, video, and editing, and shows your durations. And then here, this allows you to capture and save, capture and add a clip, or capture and add as a layer. So to capture and save, we've already captured that and saved it. So it's in our media file. So we're not able to use iCloud Media at this time yet, and that's okay. We don't need to connect to the internet at this moment. So that is what you can do. And to share, you press this button as well from the timeline. from your project page. If you say that everything looks good, I edited it properly, you then press this button and then it allows you to go export and share. It exports into your videos folder. Depending on how much space that you have, make sure that you have adequate space before saving anything. And this allows you to go back to the beginning, and then this allows you to re-edit your project. And then we can do what's called a trim and split. So you can split right there, and then you can also split right there. You can do a lot of splits. So you can pick a certain segment and then trim and split. You can freeze the frame, and then you go back there. So whenever you press on this, it gives you our filter option. So we're going to add a vignette there to it. Then you can also add an EQ, bass boost. So we've added our EQ. And then there's also clip graphics, and you can add title effects. Let's go with the comic title. Bam. So you can add comic effects to it, and then you can go into voice changer, and then we'll go deep, and then we can hear what it sounds like here. So yeah, it changes it quite a bit there. So there's a lot that you can do with this software, and then you can adjust everything there. You can adjust the brightness, the contrast, and the sharpness. So you can definitely play around with this. And we'll just save those adjustments. And then the volume envelope just allows you to adjust the volume of each clip. And then it allows you to minus it out or add a clip there. And then you can also add a little point there. So to add a point, you slide it and you add a point. And then once you go to that point, you go down. And then you go to that point, and then you go up. Then you go to that point, and then you go down. And then it adjusts itself. So you have a lot of free play here. And you can add a lot of things to it. So you can make it completely dim here, or you can make it completely go up here. So you can really play around with this. And then also the last fit, you can extract audio. So as you can see here, this allows you to trim and split the audio here. And then you can do the same here. So you can extract this audio here. So you just click on that, and then it allows you to extract it. And then once you're happy with how everything looks, then you just export it. And that's generally how you edit videos in KineMaster. Now, I've shown you how to split it, how to add filters, how to change the sound and the speed, and also you can also rotate as well. Let's rotate it a bit. And then we can also rotate it like this. And then you can rotate it to the other side. Then we're just going to go with that. So whenever you want to make a change to something, you click on your clip, and then you add your effects here. Now we're going to add some reverb. Let's go with the cathedral. And there we go. So then now we're going to add what's called a reverse effect. And this is going to reverse the entire video. So it gives you this option, and it'll reverse everything. It'll just load a little bit, as you can see here. And then it completely reverses everything. So we're just going to preview what it sounds like. So yeah, there you go. It doesn't sound too different, but it's good. It's really good. It also reversed our audio. And then you can also reverse the clip. So there you go. Now it looks pretty good. Our project looks pretty good, all things considering. And up to you on how you want to do this. this is up to you. Like if you want to do vlogs, you know how to split clips. If you want to do collages, you know how to add text and everything. Now, there are some things that I haven't explained in this video yet, and if there isn't anything that you understand or if there isn't anything that you missed, let me know in the comments below and I'll be able to address those issues, because I use this software quite a bit, and if what I didn't explain is in this video, I do apologize. But this was a request by somebody that has an iPhone and wanted to get started on their iPhone video editing. Everything is just as similar as the one in the Android version, except the interface looks completely different. And like I said, once you're done, you can export it and then set your resolution, and then you can set your frame rate, and then you just press export, and then you're done. So that is it. Thank you so much for watching this. I hope you have a wonderful day. And if you liked what you see, leave a comment below and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. And if you should have any other questions, please let me know. Thank you.